Imagine a world where meat production doesn't involve raising and slaughtering animals. Instead, picture a future where the meat on your plate is grown in a lab, free from the ethical dilemmas and environmental impacts of traditional farming. This is the promise of lab-grown meat, a revolutionary technology poised to transform the way we eat. By cultivating animal cells in a controlled environment, scientists can produce meat that is virtually identical to conventional meat in taste and texture. Lab-grown meat, also known as cultivated meat, is produced by cultivating animal cells in a controlled laboratory environment. This process begins with a small sample of animal cells, which are then nurtured and grown into muscle tissue, the main component of meat. This innovative approach offers a potential solution to the ethical, environmental, and sustainability challenges associated with conventional meat production. Traditional meat farming is resource-intensive, requiring vast amounts of land, water, and feed, and it contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. Lab-grown meat has the potential to provide a sustainable and ethical alternative to traditional meat sources. It can be produced with a fraction of the resources, reducing the strain on our planet's ecosystems and helping to combat climate change. It eliminates the need for factory farms, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and requires significantly less land and water. This means less deforestation, less pollution, and a more balanced and healthy environment. As we grapple with the growing global demand for meat, lab-grown meat offers a promising solution to feed the world's population without further straining our planet's resources. By embracing this technology, we can move towards a future where food production is both sustainable and humane, ensuring that we can nourish ourselves while preserving the earth for future generations. The process of creating lab-grown meat involves a fascinating blend of biology and engineering. It all begins with a small sample of cells, typically taken from a living animal through a harmless biopsy. These cells, known as satellite cells, are responsible for muscle growth and repair in animals. Once the cells are collected, they are placed in a nutrient-rich growth medium that mimics the conditions inside an animal's body. This medium provides the cells with all the essential nutrients and growth factors they need to multiply and thrive. As the cells multiply, they are transferred to larger and larger bioreactors, which are essentially large stainless steel tanks that provide a controlled environment for cell growth. Lab-grown meat has emerged as a potential solution to the environmental challenges posed by conventional livestock farming. Livestock farming is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and water pollution. Lab-grown meat production, on the other hand, has the potential to significantly reduce these environmental impacts. Studies have shown that lab-grown meat production could result in up to 96% fewer greenhouse gas emissions, 45% less energy use, and 99% less land use compared to traditional meat production. These significant reductions are due to the fact that lab-grown meat production eliminates the need for land-intensive activities like grazing and feed production. The development of lab-grown meat has sparked widespread debate about its ethical implications. Advocates argue that lab-grown meat offers a more humane alternative to conventional meat production, which involves the slaughter of billions of animals each year. Lab-grown meat production eliminates the need for factory farms, which are often criticized for their inhumane treatment of animals. However, opponents of lab-grown meat argue that it is unnatural and could have unforeseen consequences. Some argue that consumers may be uncomfortable with the idea of eating meat that has been grown in a laboratory. Others worry that the widespread adoption of lab-grown meat could lead to job losses in the traditional meat industry. Section 5. The potential to reshape global food security. Lab-grown meat has the potential to address the growing global demand for meat and enhance food security. As the world grapples with the challenges of feeding an ever-increasing population, innovative solutions like lab-grown meat are becoming more critical. This technology not only promises to meet the rising demand for protein, but also offers a way to do so sustainably. The world's population is projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, and with it, the demand for meat is expected to increase significantly. This surge in population will put immense pressure on our current food production systems, which are already stretched to their limits. Urbanization and the expansion of cities further complicate the scenario, as more land is converted for housing and infrastructure, leaving less available for traditional farming. Traditional meat production methods are struggling to keep up with this growing demand, leading to concerns about food shortages and price hikes. Livestock farming is heavily dependent on vast tracts of land and significant water resources, both of which are becoming increasingly scarce due to climate change and environmental degradation. Droughts and extreme weather events further exacerbate these challenges, making it harder to maintain consistent meat supplies. Lab-grown meat offers a scalable and sustainable solution to meet the world's growing protein needs. By cultivating meat in controlled environments, we can bypass many of the limitations associated with traditional farming. This method allows for precise control over the production process, ensuring high-quality meat without the need for antibiotics or growth hormones. It can be produced in controlled environments, reducing the reliance on land, water, and other resources that are becoming increasingly scarce. This not only helps in conserving precious natural resources, but also minimizes the environmental impact of meat production. By reducing the need for deforestation and lowering greenhouse gas emissions, lab-grown meat contributes to a more sustainable future. By decoupling meat production from traditional farming, lab-grown meat can help ensure a more secure and equitable food system for all. This innovative approach has the potential to democratize access to high-quality protein, making it available to communities that have historically faced food insecurity. As we look towards the future, embracing such technologies will be crucial in building a resilient and inclusive global food system. Section 6. Lab-grown meat and the future of farming. The rise of lab-grown meat has sparked discussions about its potential impact on the future of farming. Some experts believe that lab-grown meat could disrupt traditional farming practices, leading to job losses in rural communities. However, others argue that lab-grown meat could free up land for other agricultural uses such as growing fruits, vegetables, and grains. Instead of replacing traditional farming, lab-grown meat could complement existing agricultural systems. Farmers could diversify their income streams by growing crops for both food and animal feed used in cell culture media. This shift could lead to a more resilient and sustainable agricultural sector, where farmers are less reliant on a single crop or livestock. Section 7. The road ahead. Challenges and opportunities. While the future of lab-grown meat is promising, several challenges and opportunities lie ahead. One of the biggest hurdles is the high cost of production. Currently, producing lab-grown meat is significantly more expensive than conventional meat production. However, as research and development continue, the cost of production is expected to decrease, making lab-grown meat more accessible to consumers. Another challenge is consumer acceptance. Some consumers may be hesitant to try lab-grown meat due to concerns about its taste, safety, or the perceived unnaturalness of the technology. Public education and awareness campaigns will be crucial in addressing these concerns and promoting the benefits of lab-grown meat. Section 8. Consumer acceptance and market growth. Consumer acceptance is crucial for the widespread adoption and success of lab-grown meat. Initial reactions to lab-grown meat have been mixed, with some consumers expressing curiosity and willingness to try it, while others remain skeptical or opposed. Taste and price will be key factors influencing consumer acceptance. Lab-grown meat companies are working to ensure their products are comparable in taste and texture to conventional meat. As production costs decrease, lab-grown meat is expected to become more competitively priced with traditional meat, making it a more attractive option for consumers. Section 9. A world of culinary possibilities. Lab-grown meat has the potential to revolutionize not just the way we produce meat, but also the way we consume it. This innovative approach to meat production could significantly reduce the environmental impact associated with traditional livestock farming. Imagine a future where we no longer need vast amounts of land and water to raise animals for food. Instead, we can grow meat in controlled environments, ensuring a consistent and sustainable supply. Imagine a world where meat can be tailored to specific tastes and nutritional needs. This means that whether you prefer a juicy steak or a leaner cut, lab-grown meat can be customized to meet your preferences. Additionally, this technology opens up possibilities for creating new flavors and textures that were previously unimaginable. Lab-grown meat could be engineered to be healthier, with lower levels of saturated fat and cholesterol. This could have a profound impact on public health, potentially reducing the incidence of heart disease and other diet-related illnesses. Moreover, the ability to control the nutritional content of lab-grown meat means that it can be fortified with essential vitamins and minerals, addressing nutritional deficiencies in certain populations. It could also be fortified with essential vitamins and minerals, addressing nutritional deficiencies in certain populations. This is particularly important in areas where access to a variety of nutritious foods is limited. By enhancing the nutritional profile of lab-grown meat, we can help ensure that people around the world have access to healthier food options. The culinary possibilities of lab-grown meat are endless. Chefs and food enthusiasts are excited about the potential to create dishes that push the boundaries of traditional cuisine. From gourmet restaurants to home kitchens, lab-grown meat offers a new canvas for culinary creativity. Chefs and food scientists are already experimenting with different ways to incorporate lab-grown meat into existing recipes and create entirely new dishes. This experimentation is leading to a wave of innovation in the culinary world as professionals explore the unique properties of lab-grown meat and how it can be used to enhance flavors and textures. From lab-grown Wagyu beef to exotic meats that are difficult or impossible to produce conventionally, the range of possibilities is truly astounding. This technology allows us to explore new culinary frontiers and bring rare and unique meat experiences to a wider audience. Lab-grown meat could usher in a new era of culinary innovation and gastronomic experiences. As this technology continues to evolve, we can look forward to a future where our food choices are not only more sustainable but also more diverse and exciting. The potential for lab-grown meat to transform the culinary landscape is immense, and we are just beginning to scratch the surface of what is possible.